The command line is a commonly used tool that can be used to build and run Java programs. Before we use it with our Java programs, we need to talk more about what the command line actually is. The command line acts as a user interface that we can use to interact with the computer. Usually, when you want to open a folder or run an application, you use your mouse to click each item open. When we use our mouse, we are using the computer graphical interface. We are using the graphics what the computer is displaying. With the pixels to interact with the computer, the command line I mentioned earlier is just another way we can interact with the computer. The difference is instead of clicking and dragging, we can type in commands. If you are a Windows user, you can search for CMD in Start menu and select command prompt from the list. The command prompt is built in, so you shouldn't have to install anything. With the command line open, we can start typing in commands and make your computer complete tasks. If you are a Mac user, you need to type ls and hit enter. If you are on Windows, type directory and hit enter. This command lists all the content in our current folder. The current folder is our home folder, so if we need to navigate to our home folder in the GUI or graphical user interface, we should see these content, our home folder. So this command lists all the content in our current folder. The current folder is our home folder. So if you can see on desktop, I have a folder named projects. So this folder is listed here. When talking about commands and the command line, we often use the word dictionary instead of folder. Now if I want to change folder or directory and see the content of that given directory, we use the command cd with the name of the directory. So for example, I need to go to the project folder, so I will press cd and projects, and then I will be in the projects folder. This is similar to clicking and opening our desktop folder from the GUI. This works both on Windows and Mac. In desktop, we can run ls then hit enter, or if you are in Windows, you will use dir directory and see the content of this directory. It's more likely a different output than what we saw before with this command. Before, the content of the desktop folder are often different than the content of the home folder. So we can create another folder on our desktop by using mkdir and then the folder name. So I'm creating a new folder by name Java Learning. So a new folder will be created in desktop, and to check this we can type dir directory on the desktop and these two new folders are created. So we need to keep check on the spaces as well. So for example, I have given a space between Java and Learning, so that is why two folders are created. Now I want to navigate to our new folder, that is Java. So I can do cd Java and I will be in that folder. So I will check the directory here and I can see there are no files or folder present in my Java folder. These commands works with both with Windows and Mac. Now we can go into the new folder with cd Java. To go back to the previous folder, we can use cd ... So for example, I'm in Java folder as of now. If you can see, now I want to go back to my desktop, so I will press cd ... here. So I will be on desktop now. So desktop is acting as a head here. Most of the examples we have shown here are about navigating your file system, but there are a lot of different commands that exist that give you different information about your computer and compute things for you. Next we will look at some Java specific commands that will help us build and run Java program. If you want to learn more about these videos, you can visit automationwithamangarg.com or mail me at automationwithamangarg@gmail.com.